Good morning, sir. Shall I start?
Ultimately, journal clubs are important just to critically evaluate what things are served to us. We ourselves are publishing a lot of stuff, but there are always some lacunae which are not picked by the peer review system. Journal clubs are actually meant to enhance our knowledge. At the same time, helps us in critically evaluating and reading a journal or an article, which residents is supposed to. In America, we're supposed to read books. Residency, we're supposed to read journals. And at the same time, critically evaluating it, which is an art. So maybe reading these journals and doing these journal clubs will help us get better at that. With these few comments, we open the journal club.
Very good morning, one and all. Today I'm going to present a journal club topic: upright universal preventive resilience intervention globally implemented in schools to improve and promote mental health for teenagers. It is a resilience-based intervention to promote mental health well-being in schools, including adolescents, family members, and school staffs and teachers. It's a study rationale and methodology for a European randomized control trial. Article information. Article received from the journal 16th September 2019, accepted 7th October 2019, published 29th October 2019. This article distributed under the terms of the Creative Commons Attribution 2.0 International License. Good morning, sir. Journal name BMC Public Health. It is a open access and a peer-reviewed journal that considers article on the epidemiology of disease and the understanding of all aspects of public health. The journal also including special focus on the social determinants of health, environmental, behavioral, occupational correlates of health and disease, and the impact of health policies, practices, and interventions on the community. The journal 5-year impact factor 4.003. This is abstract. There's journal acceptance.
Directly to the journal. The article.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Before this journal paper also presented in the various international conferences such as called EAI International Conference. Okay. Introduction: mental health disorders in the adolescent is increasing, which as seen in the global level burden. There are few disorders like anxiety, behavioral and mood disorders, such as substance abuse, pettiness in prevalence. And adult psychiatric patients conditions, those who have past psychiatric history in adolescents consider more vulnerable. And psychopharmacology and psychotherapy decreases risk of adolescent mental disorders. There are various risk factors also connected with mental health problems, such as social isolation, family conflict, stressful life events, emotional immaturity, academic failure, low self-esteem, substance abuse, and poor body image. Nonetheless, not every adolescent experiencing difficulty and contact to risk factors show negative mental health outcomes. The concept of the resilience important factors also to cope up every negative situation and maintaining well-being among the adolescents. Increasing resilience skills results also positive outcomes towards the children in the aspect of educational, social, and economic areas, as well as mental well-being. SEL approach already used in the developed countries, such as there are 5 pan areas also including the study, a complete school approach working with the students, teachers, and parents, which improves implementation strategies. Focus on identifying relevant training components. Upright has been created for respond to European Commission framework for research and innovation, as well as promoting mental health and well-being in the adolescent people. Upright program involving students, teachers, and parents in the study, fostering a broad range of interactive productive factors, each focus participant group. Objectives of the study aim is to promote mental well-being and avoid mental disorders in adolescents by enhancing resilience skills through a whole school approach, addressing early adolescents, their families, and the school community to create a real mental well-being culture at school. These are the operational objectives. They co-create an innovative holistic resilience program in schools, including families, adolescents, school staff, clinicians, policymakers, for the promotion of mental health in youth between 12 years to 14 years old. Also to organize an intervention in 5 different pan-European regions, better understand the natural history of mental disorders according to the resilience level and provide evidence of specific resilience factors, promoting positive mental well-being longitudinally. These are the specific objectives. Also, how to do this study, the framework of the study. they have creating these specific objectives, like involve the young themselves and other relevant stakeholders, gathering their inputs for the design of the intervention. Confirm that the three groups already we should that I told that adolescents, families, teachers, school staff have a clear understanding of the 4 core components and 18 skills comprising the upper theoretical model. The study also prioritizes the most relevant or meaningful resilience skills for everyday life according to the 3 groups of participants, and identify and prioritize the most relevant areas of concern for adolescents, development and mental health according to the 3 groups of participants. And also, it's also relevant and visible methodologies to implement the upgrade program with youth, families, and school staff. Also, collectively, main challenges and needs from the community, school, and families for the successful implementation of upgrade. Upgrade projects also identify collectively main resources and expectation in the community, school, and families. The study also explored the cultural context and antecedents for the implementation of upgrade in the school. Inclusion, active participation, and positive relationship, belonging, and mental health. To adopt, co-customize the upgrade program to regional needs and the expectation in the 5 different European pan areas. Also, the aim including to demonstrate the effectiveness and predict the future impact of intervention in terms of improvement of quality of life, mental well-being, and academic performance, and the reduction of absenteeism and bullying cases. The study also is a mixed method study, has comprised qualitative and quantitative data to transfer the program to Europe and beyond by disseminating the results and enabling innovative action plans for mental well-being in the youth. As a trial intervention, UpRape also covered 3-year period. Still, it's not been finished the study. Ethical committee approval also taken from the various countries. Methodology of the study, following the SPIRIT protocol in the year of 2013, UpRate study comprised by multidisciplinary team, includes 7 professionals in pan-European areas. It is a cluster randomized controlled trial, which has 2 parallel groups. Each group has a 3,000 population, control and normal group in 5 European areas. Project was approved by IRB, Institutional Review Boards of the pilot regions. Informed consent taken from the participants, teachers, and families. Adolescents between the 12 years to 14 years of the age. Stratified technique used in the study were selected by using their number, location, socioeconomic status, and randomization performed by using RV 3.4.0 software. Enrollment, intervention, and assessment. This is the study framework of the study model for 3-year study period. Interventions, resilience-based program, the UpRate conceptual framework. Initially, extensive literature search regarding the existing resilience-based mental health promotion interventions in schools. The committee also comprised by mental health professionals, multidisciplinary team such as psychologists, psychiatrists, psychopedagogists from 7 European organizations within the UpRate consortium. The expert committee also defined the theoretical framework of the program, ensuring that skills important during the adolescence period were included, redundancy was avoided, and operationality of the model was feasible to become implemented in schools. The final UpRate program comprised 4 components, also included 24 skills, 18 skills, and 24 sessions. Coping means the ability of responding and managing challenges effectively. The coping skills also including in this study, such as cognitive behavior modification, conflict resolution, assertiveness training, and communication training, mental health tracing. These are the 24 sessions framework of the study. First session also comprised by mindfulness, from 2nd to 15th sessions included in coping, efficacy, and social emotional planning. And last 3 sessions also for teachers. These 3 sessions give the possibility of the teachers to explore in more depth those skills. And 6 extra sessions also taken in this study. Each sessions consist 40 minutes. Efficacy as a confidence on having individual and social capabilities required to produce an outcome. These are the methods using this improving efficacy to the children: self-efficacy model, growth mindset, emotional resilience, social resilience model, and leadership skills. For the social emotion learning, the child was trained by using the methods of self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision-making. Mindfulness is a earlier session. It also described to be a flexible state of mind, paying attention in a particular way, on purpose in the present moment, and non-judgmental. Mindfulness practice on observation and description, acting consciously and accepting without judging was transversely presented throughout the 3 components of the program. Co-creation and regional adaptation. Co-creation, innovative methods involving the adolescents themselves in order to co-design, co-produce, co-customize the previously described upright program. According to their needs, resources, and expectations, the intention was to ensure trustworthiness and relevance of the core intervention across European regions with a different cultural and socio-economic background. The co-creation also involved a mixed methodology method, research design that also combined participatory strategies, qualitative methods, and quantitative data collection. Group sessions also and surveys also planned for 3 target groups such as adolescents, families, and teachers, and school staff. Participants signed the consent and the inclusion criteria also checked. And the protocols and materials also prepared for the target groups for the interventions. Survey was created to ad hoc to collect information from the co-creation objectives from the convenient sample of the people from those 3 groups. But a stratified sampling technique used in the study. Likert type scale was used in the study. Validity and reliability also checked properly. Qualitative data were analyzed using content validity, transparency, representability, and plausibility. Content validity explored asking 1 student, 1 teacher, and 1 family. Intervention implementation strategies. Initially, 34 schools were selected from the pan-European regions, representing economic, socio-demographical, and cultural diversity. There is a 2 phases consist in this study: well-being for us, well-being for all. During the first phase, stakeholders are trained in the upright program. During the second phase, while intensive training and use positive mental health atmosphere created in the school. Indoor-outdoor activities, community activities also organized in the school level. Analysis of the upright in the first wave will serve to identify the areas of improvement in the second wave. Upright protocol designed to integrate particularities of schools, including educational needs and local context, and common framework used 3 years evaluation time of intervention. These are the study 3 years study was conducted 3-year time. This is the first wave and this is a COVID second wave. Currently still in the third wave is going on, but this project is not completed yet properly. Training of the targeted group. This is a intervention using psychoeducational based and using theory as well as exercise improving resilience. Teachers and school staffs receiving proper training. Teachers themselves trained adolescents based on upright skills using 18 to 24 sessions. Each session consists 40 minutes. The families received training through the web platform. Training materials included paper-based materials, short videos, 7 mindfulness audios implemented for this intervention. The website also created for this study to display intuitive formats to the adolescent and their family. Study outcomes and assessments. This effectiveness of the intervention will be assessed using qualitative and quantitative methods. In quantitative method, questionnaires and such as mental health being, resilience factors, quality of life, stress perception, and behavior disorders, mental disorders, and school resilience scales have been used, as well as socio-demographic data, following the socio-demographic data, and school records used to assess absenteeism of faculties, understand the conflicts, academic achievements, school dropouts, and bullying the cases. Follow-up will be assessed with mixed models for longitudinal data, and qualitative methodology aimed to getting schools, youth, and families explore the impact and effectiveness of the interventions and details their experience with the whole process of implementation. Later, we'll understand satisfaction, accessibility, self-improvement, and mental well-being. Qualitative analysis covers 2 time points, follow-up and final, which include semi-structured interviews. These are the 10 scales used in this study following the sociodynamic data and simulation modeling. Discrete event simulation model was estimate the economic impact of the upright intervention at the population level beyond the duration of the study. Also, this model used to develop various information to define the current epidemiological scenario. Construction and validation of the simulation model that represents the current epidemiological scenario will lead to the estimation of the impact of the intervention at the population level by incorporating in the simulation model the results from the pilot site and the calculated risk group. Sample size calculation has been done by using the prevalence in the pan areas, the effect size of 0.34 in the primary endpoint. Improvement on well-being sample size was calculated. The sample size total needed for 5,992, but 6,000 samples are selected. Consists of 2 groups, 3,000 population in each group, and using 80% error, 80% confidence interval and significant error in 0.05 statistical. Results, the upright consortium has a commitment with the European Commission to share study data sets in publicly available repositories. We are still working in the way we are going to make this data available. The project is ongoing and the data sets have not been completed, which is expected for the end of the year 2021. Expected outcome, this intervention study has implemented the year between in the year of 2018 to 2019. Assessment of the areas improvement identified in the first wave of the study, as well as changes in the procedures appear in the second wave. The project expecting positive impact in the short-term mental well-being of 3,000 adolescents attending intervention school. Co-design, co-production, and co-customization of the appropriate intervention will guarantee that diversity is preserved, avoiding any potential misunderstanding or rejection of the intervention by teachers, school staff, families, and youths from different sites. The study aims to raise awareness of the consequences like bullying, discrimination, and violence, and expects to contribute in reducing its burden at school, also including short-term dropout. This preventive strategy, study preventive strategy also will have an effect of reducing the occurrence of mental disorders as well as comorbidities associated later in life. The program will act and change factors that have a directed impact in mental health, such as unhealthy behavior patterns, stress, anxiety, and drug abuse. Discussion. This study also school-based study, primary intervention program. It will promote mental health well-being, targeting adolescents of between the like teenagers. Previous programs also developed, but measures of mental health determinants and outcomes were heterogeneous. Despite the benefits found in many areas involving mental well-being, their experience showed a lack of effectiveness in some interventions due to variance in the implementation and a lack of engagement of school teachers. All ingredients in the conceptual framework of upright program were defined based on the previous experience. Also thereafter rated as feasible and relevant among the involved countries and the group of participants. On the other hand, there is a evaluation, which will lead on providing enough evidence, effectiveness, and economic impact on the long run of the interventions. Other programs also tended to have limited intervention periods, weak and short-term evaluation methodology. As a result, some implementation procedures have been described in the literature to be insufficient to ensure significant improvement in the mental health outcome. Other strength of having co-created and validated program is that the applied intervention may be extensible to other European countries and beyond, which is one of the common limitation of other programs, their lack of generalizability to other contexts and cultures. These projects also build the knowledge, experience, and the results of this program with a special emphasis to address the main limitations that have been described. Funding.
The second last slide.
Thank you.
So, honestly, how many people have understood? We decided on this journal. I hope they don't develop a phobia of journal because it is little complicated. But few terms like what is randomization, what is a randomized control trial, what is a stratified sampling, what is a content validity. These needs to, this has to be you need to know those concepts and those concepts from statistical point of view and from exam point of view. This appears to be a very good study because it is based upon this resilience model. Because resilience, there's not a lot of work done. This kind of a resilience must have not a lot of literature is there, and there is a proposal by many groups that more resilience should be based program should be conducted early in early intervention. Like they have selected this 12 to 14-year adolescent population in order to actually prevent impending mental health issues and specifically in this COVID time. In that sense, this study is little interesting. One of my comments for Srinivasan, he could have simplified it even more because it appeared that the things which are there in the journal, you could have read it a few times and simplified and then put this information. Would have been more comprehensively good for us. So I just put these comments and my comments for any questions. Or your comments on any type. What is primary prevention?
Sir. Sir, primary prevention, first they have educated the training to the teachers and school staff. Yes, sir. Spreading the awareness to the people.
It's very difficult to ascertain in any group, even like it took a long time to ascertain that smoking causes cancer. It's not something that is primary prevention. So in mental health, it is also more difficult because there are so many factors. So when the incidence of illnesses that depends on if you have a lower incidence, you require an organ. In that sense, modules for primary prevention. They are like out there, but the evidence for them is not that strong. Even exercise, like that, whether they can actually prevent the illnesses from others. In that sense, I think that is very important.
Because the purpose of journal club is to critically see a paper, get any your opinion about interest in this. So do you have any input from your side related to this?
Ma'am, this is a very usually very large study. Also, from my point, so they were using the COVID time for this study. Using the school also changed as a intervention schools in the aspects of the areas, 5 countries. Also, the teachers also trained by the therapists as well as other things, but there are some more bias also seen in this study, research bias. How they are doing this study, because how they are involved with the family members in the study, how they are involved with the children particularly, to dealing how to deal with the teachers. So this critically I cannot able to understand how they have done in this aspect.
Next, when we talk about evidence base, so the least evidence, the validated evidence is case reports, then case series, then open trial, where you will collect 50 patients and then you will do a study. Then you will take a comparison group to compare with the study. So it becomes a comparative. Then next in line comes a randomized control trial. You will actually not have any bias in distributing the patients to the program. So you will randomize the patients. While randomization, there are a lot of randomization techniques. So then it becomes next in line. Then the next study in ladder, which is even more validated, is multi-centric randomized control trial. I do an RCT in my department, our department here. So we might still have some bias creeping in. If the same protocol has been followed in 5 or 10 centers, then that bias will not be there and more generalizability will come into the findings. So this is the ladder of the evidence. So that is why, or you say the strength of the study. So this is a multi-centric randomized control. In that sense, it is a very strong study. So I agree that we have to see and dig into the methodology to find any lacunae or any biases. And this is a protocol. What he has presented is actually a protocol. The results are still not published. So protocols are also published. There is a specific journal also which only publishes protocols. So what he has presented as protocol, maybe sometime future when they publish the results, you present the results.
All of the things they have to share that basic medical research on the that is published before your thesis. So that will give you much more idea. There's just you have to watch download video online, and then there is assessment also. And that is necessary. That's part of the curriculum. You have to qualify that. But since you have to do it, you do it earlier on so that before your thesis methodology protocol is made, so that you have the right idea before while you are making the protocol, you will know the randomized control trial and sample size, how to calculate, what are the tests in place. So this is actually if you are a group, see your video, talk about it and do the assessment.
So next week, next Saturday, we can keep it to the break. We will see 6 months, 5 months. I know we could be presumably third year, almost like. Any questions?
Thank you, sir.
So thank you. I think you presented well, but you need to give us more comprehensive information.
Yes, sir.
So simplicity grabs your attention for a long period.
When you study a lot of things, what happens, a lot of things you will take for granted that you already know.
Yeah. So the audience,
resident, you may need to simplify it a lot.
I think it would be better if learning clubs have people that have been selected for presentation. They should keep it, simpler so that students can understand the concept. Because this most of the concepts they are going away up there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well presented. Sure.
Thank you.
so
No, nice presentation, but that's the only thing that when you're in a specialty, then you take for granted. So according to your audience, you need to tone down. You don't need to go into every detail. You can also give some details which you think are, you can say, advanced or maybe not necessary for the understanding of the article. In my opinion, the audience should be able to understand the difference.
Yes.
You don't need to explain every methodology to the methodology. Just say that this is the,
Okay.
the intervention that they have taken. Okay. So,
Okay.
according to that, but if you are presenting in for say only social workers, then you may create it like that. So, according to the audience, you need to change it.
So, I shared, whenever you read any article, you ask yourself, what is the strength of the evidence? And see, open label trial, you can't take that evidence. So if it is a multi-centric RCT, you need to do some with it. But you know, when these 5, 6, 7 RCTs happen, they do a meta-analysis. And 5, 6, 7 meta-analysis happen, they do a network meta-analysis. That is the hierarchy of evidence. Thank you.
Thank you.